Well, I'm loading all this stuff up and taking it down to the sawmill, and we're going to see if we can't get that on there. See if I can find some room. I have some other stuff that I got to pick up that goes down there. I got these painted and looking pretty. I guess they're dry. Yeah, they're dry enough. I don't know. Oh, that's a little tack weld. I was going to take them down to Jeffrey's and have them welded properly, but I don't know. Maybe next time. They're still a little gooey, but that won't affect my sawmill. And believe it or not, I don't know what that big drum weighs, or wheel, or whatever you want to call it. That thing is heavy, and that thing is heavier. I should have weighed it, but then I got hauled inside to weigh it, so I'm not going to do that. I got these little grooves grooved out for that, so that should work. I'd like to put it together here and haul it down, but I wouldn't be surprised that once this thing's all together, it might go 200 pounds. It's right heavy. That's what keeps the tension on that 10-inch flat belt on that sawmill. I haven't been down there in a while to the new sawmill. Are you getting dizzy yet? So I'll bring you back when I got to load up there's about a 3-foot or 4-foot shaft that goes through there. And then, while I'm here, I ought to get that. Now that I'm thinking about it, look at the handle. Can you see the handle in there? This thing's been in there for a long time. I can't reach in there with one hand. I got stuff, a little bit of stuff in the way. Got it. That is the original FRICK handle. To the best of my knowledge, it's original. It sure seems like it is. Now somebody put some paint on it. And that, believe it or not, that's right heavy too. I don't know. I painted it a while back. Looks like I gotta find some big washers, don't I? That might be a problem. So I guess that's the outside, and that's the inside where it hits that. There must be some kind of indentation there that's hitting on down there. Let me look. looks like it rubs in several places. Can you see the rub outs on there? I don't know what that indentation is for. That's where it goes, is right there. Anyhow, I'm gonna load it up and take it down. I'll come up with something. Not sure what. Bring it back a little bit, or it might be too dark. Don't know whether I am or not. We'll see you now. Bye-bye. Well, when I turn the camera on, it looks like there's plenty of light, but now it doesn't look like there's any light. We're down here at the sawmill. I got that stuff loaded up, and I'm just gonna pick it up and set it right there, and go from there. Oh my goodness! I don't know what this thing weighs, but this thing weighs a lot. I mean, I guess I'm supposed to be on light duty. I don't know what light duty is most of the time. I got the wheel. I can roll right over there. I know this wheel probably weighs 40 pounds. 30 pounds? I don't know. Put a little chalk here so it doesn't roll away. Part 2. Now I got to get the handle and a bucket of bolts. Some assembly required. It's kind of like an IKEA. Now I got to get the other shaft. I thought it was 3 foot. I bet it's closer to 4 foot. There's one thing they didn't care about back then is how much it weighs. I don't know if you can see that. I ain't getting too crazy on paint like I used to. Getting too old for that. What else I got? I got a little jar of bolts. Little bucket of bolts here. Oh, I got these things I just painted. I forgot about them. Because this thing's got to go together up there. Forgot about them. Kind of important. Oh, what else? Oh, the bearings. I got to get the bearings. Bearing 1, bearing 2. and a little bucket of bolts. And I'm sure somewhere along the line I'll need a wrench, but I don't think I'll get that far tonight. And I'm gonna go turn the lights on. I don't know if the battery's got enough juice to run them very long. We'll take you along because probably move you up here anyway. Oh Lordy, I don't know whether I got to hook up the cables or not. It's been so long since I've been down here. I see my towels blown off the inverter. Let me just turn. Looks like they're still plugged in. I think it might have juice. Got a little bit of juice, but I only need this juice here, so I think that'll be good right there. It'll save me. Here's where that beast goes. It goes, you see that shaft there? That shaft is coming out. Uh-oh. No, it can go that way, it looks like. I might have a problem with that right off the bat. Because if it looks like it'll fit through there. That was a close call, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. That was I think I'll put you over here out of the way. You're getting in the cheap seats? No, the expensive seats. I wouldn't put you guys in the cheap seats. Of course, I can't see what you see. I need to let this thing down. Oh, you're not seeing anything right now. All right. Wrong area. This is where the top saw, that long rod goes all the way over. That just is suspended over there. So I think I'll put the long rod goes in first. Except for it's backwards. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the instructions. There's got to be something to hold that pulley on. No, maybe not. It's got it wants to come in. It wants to come in from this. You can't even see that. What are you doing here? This thing's going goofy. I'm on that stuff there. I can't think what I'm thinking of. The grate. This I can't get the camera to go. There it goes. A little bit. This thing wants to come in from this side. It's got to stop here, but I'm not taking the blade off. I'd never get it back on. So that might be problematic. And it should have a stop at the other end, but I don't know. So that means if it's got a stop at the other end, because this has got, it's got a lock nut and a lock nut. Maybe that lock nut's gone. I don't know what's there. There's something there. I don't know what. There's probably some down at that end, because this is made for left hand or right hand, I'm sure. And there was a bar going across there, but that short bar went across there, but you couldn't work the thing that way. Well, ouch. I think is what I'm going to do is, I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. Look at all that stuff down there that doesn't belong down there. Holy crap, holy, that's all washed out from that big heavy rain we had. The rain comes off of here pretty good, comes through here. I'm going to have to put a drain up there. That's all there is to it. Anyhow, this piece that I'm working with wrestles in right here and pushes against that. And I guess the belt or the lever must go through there. That's all I can figure. So let's see if we can't get it closer. I think there's going to need some help required here. I just don't see me doing it that by myself. I really don't. And I don't know. Let me get that up. Oh, pardon. It's closer. Light duty. I don't know what light duty is. I guess you can see where this is that end on it. Looks like it's removable, but if you can see, somebody's beat the heck out of it, so it ain't coming off that end. So let me see what happens if I put this in this way. See, I think that'd be a good thing to keep that pivoting thing on there, and that looks like it's just about where it should be. I might have an, you can see it come out. Did you see it come out the other end right here? I think that looks pretty legit. Let me get this other too heavy a piece. Oh, my goodness, this thing's heavy. This is the position it goes in. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Oh, it's good talking to myself. Move it over a little bit. Now, I got to get it in there, and I ain't got a whole lot of help. So this is kind of a one-man band. This should be, the best I can figure, this should be the way it's at. Uh-oh, I made that leg short, so working around that grate. Let this down a little bit. I'll take this off. This was oil babbitt. This is where you put the oil for the babbitt. So I'm thinking this is up. If it was the other way, it wouldn't work. Now my problem is I got to pull that rod out, suspend this piece here while I put the rod through the whole shebang. What do you think about that? I'm gonna have to come up with something, because I ain't holding that thing. If I get a light duty, lucky I'm on light duty. That's that grate. That's why I couldn't put that down. So I'm doing a lot of thinking here. I got to do a lot of organizing, and I think I'll bring you back in a ways, because but the weather's not too bad. It's 60 at the top of the hill. It's probably 45 down here. You get in this low spot, and man, I came down and I was riding the beast, and man, I hit that. It was like hitting a wall of cold air. It was unbelievable. Anyhow, that's what I'm doing. I'll be back in a little bit, or tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I do better work at this time of the night, but I don't know if I got any. That's not a big enough beam. I could lay a beam across here, a beam across there to pick that up. That's probably what I'm going for. Let me see what I got in the beam department. I'm thinking out loud, which is what I do. The only difference is I'm bringing you along. There's some nice chunks of, I think that's poplar. But there's no big solid beams. Might have to saw me a beam. What do you think about that? We could get a beam, but couldn't lift it. All right, I got to do some brain work. And without a brain, that's a challenge. Glad you came along. I'll bring you back in a little bit or sometime, or who knows. See ya. Bye-bye. Well, I told you I'd make it back, so I warned you. This is my foolproof method, or I'm a fool to prove this method. I got a bar. I don't know if you can see that beam up the top or not. I think so. I put a beam up here, and it's got a couple clamps at that end down there. This is my light duty work. Remember that now. I'll pull this out. Oh my goodness. That thing alone is too heavy. Now comes the, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right thing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Like I said, it's either foolproof or whatever. I think I need more than that. Sure would help if I had a helper, but that don't happen around here. It's a out of tune one-man band. But with this having the mechanical advantage here, this should be able to, I should be able to kind of pull this up is the plan. I guess I might run out of, no, I shouldn't run out of, look at that, it's pretty well balanced, isn't it? If it doesn't go clunk. Let's see if we can get it some more. Woohoo! You got to pick it up at the same time. And you guys are suffering through it. Remember, I warned you. That's got to, whoo! It's got to go way up. This is pretty close there, I think. And it ain't got the best footing in the world either. That's getting pretty doggone close. But I need this to be a little bit more balanced. There we go. Whoop. Boy, an inch is a mile. That's not too bad. Still got to go up another couple inches though. That's getting pretty close. I think I'm going to try to shove it through at this point. Like the doc said, light duty. I love them doctors. All right, we'll just put that there. I think I'm all right with that. If we can get it through there, you guys are, this is real time too. You see me, I had to go get the strap. I got to take my hat off or it's going to fall down in my face. Now I got to get this through there. Which, and I can't see where I'm going through down at that end. I think I went through the second one. I just had a spotter. Yeah, I'm through the second one. That's pretty daggone close, guys. It's right around there someplace. Just can't quite see it. There it is. All right. I'm in hog heaven now. Woo! That wasn't too bad. Old blind squirrel doing good. Now we can undo this. Still got a little bit of oomph. This has got to go all the way out to there. That's about where it's got to ride. Whew. That ain't too bad. I think for lining it up, I'm just going to buy some split collars. Well, that locks in, that one locks in. I think I checked it a minute ago. It's either got one or two on each side. I think for down here, I'm pretty good with that. Boy, they don't give you a hair extra there. I'll leave that on there. I think I'll buy a split collar for that so it can't ride in. I think that's the best thing. Now I'm going to sit here and build this. I got to build it in place. What do you think? I think that strap that's pretty beefy. So we're going to build it in place. I don't know if you guys want to. I warned you. Just remember that. I warned you. Woo. I'm just thinking. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it just gets in my way. I think I'll bring you back in a little bit if the battery don't freeze out. Well, just remember that I warned you. Now we're about ready to lift this heavy beast up. I think. You guys know the number of 911. Oh. And if that doesn't go down on my... Boy, that's a lot. That almost scares me, guys. But if I get 4 bolts on there, then I can support it from underneath if I go find something. It's shaking and rattling and rolling, making all sorts of noises. There, that bolt went in. That bolt went in. Probably look better with the bolts up, but that could be for future. You hear that thing clicking? Every time it clicks, my heart goes boop. So I'm getting a heart workout. That one don't want to go in. I gotta screw it in. Got too much paint on it. I think, yeah, it's going in. Woo. Well, if I raise it up and get it over center, it's going to get to a point where it has more pull than whatever. I have a, I don't know if you can see it. I got a towel here for miscellaneous bolt drops. Kind of don't know which way to go here. That's a whole lot of something there. Sure hope that's on the right direction. It's almost got to be. I think I'll move this for now because I might have to put a foot down in there. I better put bolts in. At least put some bolts in the bottom half of these now that I think about it, because I'm going to be picking it up. Little things, you know. Now I'll probably drop the bolt because I got my, I don't know if I'll be able to get that in there. You know, those bolts are probably going to have to be flipped around. Well, that one went in all right. Lock washer and a bolt. That got to be what they had before. I think I'm going to like them the other way better. So I'll put this one in that way, and while I'm here, because it fits that cast underneath there. I'm going into cast. That's why. So I think this way would be better. Let's see if this one will come out. Pick it up from the bottom. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Seems like it likes it too. Kind of watching paint dry here again. A lot of paint drying here. I'll flip that over if I can. That one might not flip. That's one had to be screwed in. Maybe not. This one here. Yeah, I think it'd be better off. Probably should have had some kind of backup on that whole. That strap is so old. I bought that back in the late 80s or early 90s. Best strap they ever made. They don't make them like that anymore. That's twice as thick as the normal straps that you see nowadays. I just didn't get this one. Nah, might as well do it while I'm here. Come on, get out of there. It went through the other way a lot better. All right. Have I bored the heck out of you yet? 5 minutes, that ain't too bad. Really, I don't have that much time in this. Probably got more time in paint drying. I only got 2 more bolts to put in here. One here. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and get them started. It's sure a lot easier to do it now than it is later. This is that bolt that I had to trim, remember? Of course, that hole don't line up too well. There it goes. I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can get, oh, that one's got to come in this way because it's got that oiler there. Didn't know that. You guys didn't tell me about that. Crapola. That's got to go up. No, that ain't happening. When I get the cap on this one, that's the, yeah, right, get your hand in there. Hey, I got that one on. I don't want to get it tight because I got one still out. I'm going to find that one that's got the cutoff. Whoops. There it is. I thought I put it on one of the other ones. This goes in here. Got to raise the bearing up. Oh. Yeah, raise the bearing up. There it goes. Not all the way though. There it goes. And those bolts ain't going in from... Yeah, I'll show you what I mean in a minute. If I get that far. I hope to get that far. I'll see if I can get this one in. Maybe there's a little more. Gotta go in this way. Nope. That's all right. Put them over there. Are you ready, guys? I don't know if I'm ready. Oh my goodness! Now it's on its own. It's not too bad. Except for I gotta undo something here and redo something. Of course, it won't go over the damn gone board. Oh crap! I got it on that. Well, it should be. I didn't tighten this side. This could come off. I don't think it will though. All right, I got to do some more planning and thinking. I didn't do quite enough pre-planning, but I guess I hope you saw me get that thing halfway up. Be back in a little bit. Got to catch my breath and do some thinking, or stinking, not sure which. Well, I was doing a video, and it must be getting old and senile. I keep forgetting to turn the camera on, and after a couple minutes of it just being on and not making a movie, I guess it goes off. I just took that board off. I pushed it up till I got level on, strapped it, and just kind of pushed it in, and then I took the board off. But like I was saying in the video that I wasn't videoing. Can you see? I'm going to take you off the stand here because it'd probably be easier, but it's going to be shaky. This hits that. So I could do a couple things. What I'm looking at maybe is just moving this over so I have enough that I can get a collar on here. I'm going to get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 split collars for that. I think it's the easiest thing to do. But once I move that over, then that main pulley up there has got to move over a little bit. But I'm not sure that this is where it's got to be yet. I think I'll put a plumb bob on that and see about where it wants to come to. I don't know how else to do it without. I got the blade, but I got to work on the blade a little bit. But now here's another problem. I still wanted the chain drag on it. And I don't know where that handle comes through in this area here. Okay? But the chain drag would come down. It's got to come down on this side. So that handle can't go on this side. There's always something. There's always a monkey wrench in the plans. So we're back to, oh crap. So, and that's kind of why I'm putting it together slow. I guess I don't have the lights on this side, so you really can't see too much. I might put the handle on and see where the handle comes to. Might be just off, instead of putting a handle on there, put a air cylinder on there. And that might be what happens. If I put an air cylinder on, then I could still go with this. I could just put another valve like this on there to work that cylinder. Might have to do that. I have some air cylinders. I think that's going to have to be what happens. Is we're going to put an air cylinder on that. Anyhow, you can kind of see the dilemma. There is a spot down there on the frame. I could drill a couple holes and mount it and have it actuate here, but it wouldn't actuate that well. I could probably put it out this way here and pull it down to pull it back. So back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. We'll see ya. That's I'm kind of done working on this for tonight. Kind of burned me out, and I got to go put tonight's video on, which tonight's video is done earlier today. Today is the same day as yesterday's video. Did you figure that out? You'll never figure out my organization. That organizational chart is bonkers. We could see if it spins though, couldn't we? I don't have any of the bolts tightened in. Might be neat to see it spin. Yeah, let's see it spin. What the hell? Excuse me. What the heck? Let me turn the other lights on so you can really get a bird's eye view of the crash. I don't know what's going to happen. I got to plug this one in. Look at that. Whole new light on things. Think this thing will start? Of course it'll start. Well, I'll tell you what. Those lights really, for what they are, put out a lot of light. Look at it charging that battery back up. I can't disengage it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Yeah, buddy. I know that pulley ought to move over without not too much problem. But that one up there could be problematic. All right, let's give it some air. You know, I got to push that in, then come down, then put it in gear. See if we can see the old base spin. Guess I shouldn't be standing here, should I? At least it's not dusty. Ah, it's rolling off. Clip, 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 clip. Sounds like a horse going down the racetrack. Looks pretty good though. I'm all right with that. Well, you gotta like that. Give me a like and a thumbs up or all that kind of nonsense. We're getting a little further along, but I'm moving at snail's pace. Here's how I put it in there. Everybody else runs back over there to hit the clutch. I got a little air lever here, so that might be how we do that. Anyhow, I need one to shut the engine off. Now the clutch is engaged. Now I will take it out of gear. All right. Success, kinda. Success with another list of problems. See you later. Bye-bye.